Are you wondering what are some ways that you can help during this economic downturn? So many people who are facing homelessness, job loss, and can't even feed their families. Well, this week on Motivation and Confidence, we're going to give you a couple of tips that you can do to help people in your community. Stay tuned. All right, everybody worldwide, you're now tuned into Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best. And I'm your host, Tom Danger. Back this week with a new episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for checking out the podcast, because there are like a million podcasts out there right now, and you could be listening to someone else, but you chose to be here with us, so thank you. Before we get started, please like, subscribe, and share. And most recently, we are now on the Amazon podcast. So if you listen to music or if you listen to other podcasts on Amazon, make sure you put in that search engine Motivation and Confidence or Tom Danger and click that button to follow, because we drop a new podcast every Tuesday at 6 a.m. So let's get into it. So this week, we are going to talk about ways that you can help people or help each other during this entire pandemic that's still going on. There are so many people who are misfortunate. There are so many people who have lost their jobs. There are people who are going without meals. There are people who cannot provide for their children, provide for their homes, on the streets in Harlem on a daily basis. Crime has skyrocketed. The homelessness is at an unbelievable all-time high. It's like the highest that I've ever seen in all my life. Every week you hear more about other companies that are laying off people. And, you know, the government isn't doing any favors because the unemployment is limited. The amounts are being reduced. There's so much uncertainty about what's going to happen with the future. So I just like to offer a couple of ways that you can help other people or organizations during this time, because we could all use a helping hand. Okay. I like to start with being on social media or even listening to this podcast, how you can help. A simple way that you can help is by spreading the message and by spreading the good word. So whether or not it's this podcast, if it's other motivational videos, if it's some written words, if it's some art, share that with people that may be going through something, because you never know, it may lift their spirits. And I think right now more than ever, people need to constantly have their spirit lifted, because as soon as you take 2 steps forward, it seems as if you get knocked 10 steps backwards. And you turn on the news and there's just so much misfortune and violence and just so many painful things that are going on right now. So without any money or anything, you could always offer a kind word to someone. You could always, while you're on social media, share a post of something that may be uplifting to someone. Okay? And what I like to always recommend is that sometimes you can just be that ear. You can be that ear to the person that may be going through something, because people have a lot of pride, right? And you know, when people have pride, they never really want to admit just how painful their situation is. Or some people don't always want someone else's feedback. They just want you to listen. They don't want you to solve their problem. Like every time that a person comes and speaks to you, it's not to solve their problem. It's to allow them to hear their thoughts aloud, to make a particular decision, or to honestly heal themselves, because this is when you're going through pain, you have to heal. So they may be going through a situation where they need to heal. So don't ever underestimate you listening to someone and what they're going through. Okay. Another way that you can do something is when you are out and about and you see small businesses, support those small businesses. Whether it is the guy that's selling t-shirts, socks, and forgive me if this sounds, in particular for New York, because we have a lot of people that sell various items on the street. They sell jewelry, they sell backpacks, wallets, all type of things, icy carts, food wagons, bracelets, all types of things. Don't underestimate your impact for supporting these small businesses. Even when you go into the larger chain stores, if you see that there's a smaller brand, while there may be Welch's grape jelly on the shelf, there could be, Auntie Grace's jam that's right beside it that costs $1 more, but you can see that it's something that's been homemade. Support that smaller brand, because that smaller brand is basically what's going to help to boost the economy and further support someone else's family. So definitely support those small businesses. And even if you don't see it in the sense of on the street, there's so many small businesses online. And one thing that I'm proud of seeing is how many people have started to start small businesses online, whether they are graphic designers, photographers, coaches. Don't forget, if you need a coach, here, shameless plug. Just a wide range of services out there. And you can go to websites like Fiverr or Upwork. You can even just shout on Twitter. You can go on LinkedIn. You can go on Instagram and just pose the question like, hey, I'm looking for this. And you'd be surprised how many people right now who are laid off from their job, who are professionals that can help to become that virtual assistant for you, that can help you organize your life, and it won't even cost you that much, right? So definitely support the entrepreneurs, support the small businesses, support the online businesses, and it doesn't have to be a lot. It does not have to be a lot. You can do something for whatever your budget is, but it's as little as $1. I see some people have online communities where if you're looking to learn about starting a small business or a t-shirt company, they have workshops that start for as little as $1 that you could join and check out. Another way that you could also show support during this time is offer a person a place to stay, right? There may be, what do you say? What's that? Pull my mouth up.
Food.
Oh, okay. Okay, bring it back. Another way that you can also help out with people is, again, with the homelessness in Harlem, you could always buy a person a meal, right? Buy a person a meal. A lot of people stand outside saying, can I have $1? Can I get something to eat? And if you don't feel comfortable in giving them money for whatever reason, you could always buy a meal and give it to them. And some people, even if you don't have the extra money to give, but if you know that people are in a particular area, you could always make sandwiches, prepare little bags of snacks, or juice, cookies, chips, just something to give so that we can show compassion towards one another. Because again, all of us need some help right now. And doing something that small can have such a large impact and could also have a rippling effect throughout the community. I've also noticed in our community, and speaking in general to Harlem, a local rapper, Smoke DZA, actually put a refrigerator outside in his neighborhood, and they fill it up on a daily basis with produce and juices and all kind of stuff, in which they take that stuff on a daily basis and distribute it to the homeless people throughout the community. And if you don't personally want to give it to the homeless people, you could always drop your goods off to that refrigerator. And it's a very artistic piece, and it's locked at a particular time. So I think it's really, really cool what we could do during this time that we all are in need. And remember, it may be tough right now, but it won't always be like this. And during this time, look for ways that you could improve yourself. While it may be painful, there's also opportunity here. Look for what you're going to do when things turn themselves around. You want to be as sharp as you can be. You want to take advantage of all of the free online information that you can get access to. You could learn a new skill. You can learn a new trade. You can get yourself in better shape. Health is wealth. Stay as fit as possible. Keep your mind sharp. And that's what we're here for. This is Motivation and Confidence, where we help you do your daily best.